This is Andrew, running with Dr. Andrew, and today is midweek training talk. All right, guys, let's go. All right, guys, I'm doing a 8-mile run today, and then later on this afternoon I'm going to do a 3-mile warm-up, a 2-mile 1-2-1 mile repeats, and then a 2-mile cool down for an altogether 15 miles. Yesterday I did 5 miles on the treadmill, and today's just a beautiful day to get out and run. Nice and sunny, nice and it's warmish. I guess 37 degrees Fahrenheit, and you can consider warm, especially in January, but feels good. Nice cool breeze, beautiful day to get out and run. So warming up is very important before you go out on your runs, especially if you're going to do any type of speed work. And one way you want to do is something called dynamic stretching instead of static stretching. Static stretching is where you hold a stretch for a certain period of time, and then dynamic stretching is where you're doing little quick stretches, doing like leg swings, doing squats, doing some gentle plyometric exercises. All those things will kind of help improve your warm up and get you ready to run, especially if you're running fast. What the theory is static stretching, what it does, it actually stretches your muscles too much. So you think of your muscles as springs, and you don't want to overstretch those springs. You want to get them ready and get them moving and keep them springy, so that way you keep your speed while running. And after you run, that's when you can do your static stretching for your exercise. In fact, doing strengthening is actually probably more important than doing stretching. All right, guys, almost done with this run, halfway done. Let's go. All right, guys, next exercise. First one that you want to do when you warm up is doing some leg swings, doing about 10 repetitions going forward and back, maybe up to 20 repetitions. That's going to help get your hips moving and ready for running. All right, guys, let's go after it. Okay, the second exercise that you can do is doing just some simple squats. And so squatting is going to help out, open up the hips a little bit more, improve your flexibility, and getting those joints to move a little bit better there. And the next thing that you can do is doing some simple skipping, or doing some butt kicks or some high knees. All those exercises are definitely important to kind of improve joint mobility, getting your muscles a little bit more elastic than compared to doing, your static stretching, which is a long hold of stretching there. compared to dynamic stretching. So you want to make sure that you're doing your dynamic stretching before you run. And so today's run had went pretty good, did 8 miles, and so last mile did below 8-minute pace, which was good for me. And then later on I was going to do a little bit more road run, but I decided to do a treadmill run instead. And so I did 4 miles, 1 mile warm up, and 2 1-mile repeats around on the treadmill. It was about 8 miles per hour on the first mile, and the second mile was 8.5 miles per hour. And then the third mile was at just an easy pace recovery, 6.5 to 7 miles per hour for the race, for the tempo, or excuse me, speed work for today. And definitely you can tell the difference whenever you're running 8.5 miles per hour and you can kick it back down to 6.5 miles per hour. It makes it feel a lot easier. And so neurologically you feel that pace. And so that's the idea of doing speed work, is to really get your legs turning over faster than your race pace, and then getting back down to race pace. And you can see that race pace should be at an easy pace, especially if you're doing a marathon distance. You want to be comfortable but working. It's definitely not going to be comfortable the whole time, obviously, but you're going to be able to do it, compared to like if you're doing your top speed, your 5K pace the whole way. You won't make it the whole way with your 5K pace. In the marathon, my 5K pace is probably like 6:15, 6:20 or so, and definitely cannot hold that pace yet anyway. So hopefully one day I'll be able to hold that pace. And so this concludes this midweek training talk. Let me know how your training is going this week. What kind of things are you doing? Are you doing any speed work, any type of hill work, whatever it is? Let me know. I'd like to cheer you on. And so I hope everyone keeps safe, keep running, and I'll see you next time.